Rob and Slim Show.
Hello.
Cliff.
Is this Rob and Slim? Am I on the show right now?
You
On
are
the
live
very
on the
Rob and
show,
Slim
yes.
Show live, and we are talking to Cliff Benfield, animator, writer from Manhattan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Cool. And
Check.
how is it up there? You got a lot of snow?
Not anymore. It's starting to. This was like the nicest day we've had in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just moved to Brooklyn, and I have a porch now, and I gotta shovel this thing. I'm from Manhattan. I don't know how to do that stuff. You know, I don't work with my hands like that.
I feel
I learned how to use a shovel recently. I'm learning a lot about Cliff.
I would just sweep that. Can't you just sweep that? Little broom action.
No, I had to dig in there. It was rough.
Oh,
what the hell I was doing?
God damn. That's too much work. I don't know. We're in this little pocket in South Jersey where all we get is rain, pretty much, dude. But this winter we've gotten like enough snow just to piss you off. So I'm just done with it. Just done with it at this point.
Seriously, yeah, no, it's been a punch in the gut several times this snow, but we're looking forward.
Yeah, man. But like I said, you're an animator. Are you a comedian also?
You know, I'm a fake comedian, bro. I was doing stand up like mics and stuff, and I did a few shows regularly before the pandemic hit, and then I watched the comedians I knew like bear with suffer through it, go to any mic they could outdoors at parks.
Yes.
And get anything they could, scrape any comedy out that they could.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, no, I'm gonna stay home and make some cartoons.
I heard Bob Levy say that at one point all he was doing were like parking lots. Like that was the only place that would do comedy gigs at one point. That's so weird. So weird.
Yeah, and that's not just amateur comics or people coming up. Like, the top guys, they got to do these massive parking. That's like the big show you were able to get like during the height of it. I guess that's still all you can really get.
Walmart parking lot, I sold out.
Exactly.
Oh man, how long have you been animating for, Cliff?
Not too long. About I would say 2 years.
Cool.
2 years at this point.
And what
a little more.
What program do you use to animate on?
So I don't do it the way that, the fancy way. I do it the makeshift way. I draw all my shit up on Illustrator rather, Adobe Illustrator.
Okay.
And then I make all these layers. It's pretty boring, but I'm going to explain it. I make all the layers. Like if the guy's moving his arm this way or that way, like I got a layer for each part of the body, and then I drop that thing in After Effects, and I try to make something happen.
Yeah, I used to use Flash, and I just remember like every frame I would do. There were easier ways, but I couldn't figure those out. So I was going like frame by frame. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I found
a
out.
lot.
When I was a kid, I realized you can animate using PowerPoint by using the slides and putting them together, and that's what I used to do when I was like 12.
What do you use now, Slim?
Nothing. I don't know. How to
But your show, Cliff, is it a web series? Space Skits?
It's kind of, I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like I make these I try to keep them. I mean, they have to be under a minute to be on Instagram. And under 30 seconds to be on Reels just recently. But I basically just try. I like short form sketches. Like when I was a kid, I was obsessed with, the Family Guy cutaways and just like short gags in animated adult comedy. So I just kind of tried to distill that into, like a web, like a social media appropriate kind of like format for animation.
Nice.
Because I just like the quick payoff. You know what I mean? Like the joke. There's a sketch. There's a scenario. It's very straightforward, and I mean it's definitely the Family Guy cutaways when I was little that I was always like, these are great. I just kind of want to watch these. Some people hate them. Like I don't know how you guys feel about those kind of things.
I loved Family Guy, but I feel with every animation, if it goes on a certain amount of time, I'm done with it. I felt that way about South Park, Simpsons, and Family Guy. Like it wasn't like Family Guy ever, I think, even started being crappy for me. I just was done with it after, I don't know, 7 years or whatever it was. I don't know, but I do love those little, like, remember when I was B. Arthur's hair wig or whatever. Yeah, I love those little. Like,
They were
cutaways.
definitely the best parts of Family Guy.
Yes. And I loved some of your. I watched some of your stuff, Cliff. I love the Grandpa. Grandpa's amazing. I saw a clip with mosquitoes. I don't know who the mosquitoes were. I love them. And Biggie the Turtle. Biggie the Turtle really, really tickled my soul. He was like a drug dealer turtle. I don't know what he was up to. He wasn't up to any good.
No good.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Those are some of my favorites too. Biggie the Turtle. I got a shout out to my friend Jared Schwartz. He's a comedian. I made that with him. That was a concept he brought to me.
Cool. I was gonna ask if you work with anyone else or if you just do them all on your own.
I work, with people if I'm in the mood. It's like I love bringing on comedian friends because that's just they bring something to the table. It's just fun to shoot this shit. I just do this because it's a great way to I don't know. I went to film school and I was in for college, so I didn't really go to college, but I went to film school for college, and I hated all the setup, all the prep, all the cameras and everything. Like, it's important to know that stuff, and I do love the process, but once I realized, I could just, set up a mic and come up with any ridiculous concept I want, and then bring on funny people I know.
Yeah.
And just fuck around. There's no, you're not wasting daylight. You're not worried about, people who aren't being fed properly on set. You know what I mean? Like, we got a break for lunch. Like, you don't have to do anything. You're sitting in a room and you're just kind of, you can change the whole thing on a whim if you want to.
Yeah.
So, I love that. But I would say a good majority of them I also just make in my cave alone.
Nice. I was gonna say too. You could also, I don't know. I feel like with comedians, you could approach them and be like, "Do you want this little part of your act animated?" I feel maybe you can do something with that.
Oh yeah, no. There's comedians that have approached me for that on more than one occasion. I'm helping this one guy, Tom Luciano, with his. I work with him too, and he has asked me to make some of his quick bits into. Like animations, which is fun. I mean, it's a cool medium to get your stand up out, because that's what a lot of people like stand up comedians. Like, it's hard to have like a distinct social media presence, Yeah. Like you go on like a lot of comedians. I don't know if you go on a lot of comedians like Instagram pages, but a lot of it is like pictures of them making people laugh. Like pictures of them like on stage. And it's like, this guy looks like he makes people laugh. He looks like he's doing a good job up there. But you don't really get to see them perform. You don't get to see their material, and they also kind of want to be precious with the material, because some people are like, once I post my joke online, it's the value's lost because it's out there in the ether and anybody can access it.
Yeah.
But it is, it's like a good bridge for that, like animating one of your bits or whatever.
Nice. I also, you had mentioned Family Guy, but even, I don't know, is that something you watched as a kid? Like, what are some of the stuff you watched growing up?
I guess I watched all of that stuff. I was the kid. I was so infatuated with adult animated comedy, like at like 10 years old.
Nice.
Like, to me, it was like, I don't know, it's a forbidden fruit. And I didn't have parents that censored me.
Okay.
So I would go to school and know all these dirty jokes that I didn't even understand. And people are like, "What? No, I'm still watching Drake and Josh, bro." It's like, hey, that's cool too, man. But
you were the kid that everyone was like, "Wow, I can't wait to hear what Cliff watched last weekend."
So you were watching like all the like the late night Adult Swim stuff, like after the anime.
You were the kid who's, when your mom picked you up, you were like, "Where the fuck were you, bitch?" And all your friends were like, "Whoa, Cliff just said that."
Yeah. Oh no, I was ruthless. Yes. If there's one thing I want people to take away from my appearance on this podcast, is I was ruthless to my mother, and borderline verbally abusive. That's on record. No,
we all had that
they
friend,
didn't
Cliff.
censor me. They thought it was good for me to watch, whatever I like. They didn't think it would do any harm. I guess, It was cool like that.
Yeah, but the joke's on them.
Besides Family Guy, though.
Were you guys censored at all? I mean,
I was.
Your childhood like?
I was sheltered, and then once I hit high school, I'm like, yeah, fuck, beer, cursing.
My parents
Simpsons.
never cared what I watched. I could watch anything. And also, like I'm 32, so I grew up in the age with like the Adult Swim and stuff like that. They didn't know what any of that was.
So yeah, once I hit my
know.
20s is when that was out. I was like, oh yeah, this is what I do in my 20s. Watch adults. What have been? Are you a fan of like the newer stuff, Cliff, like Rick and Morty or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I like Rick and Morty. I'm not gaga over it like some people, like their army of.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it's cool that they have such a dedicated fan base.
I love the show, but yeah, I'm not gonna run into McDonald's screaming about Szechuan sauce. Like, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Just yelling pickle Rick.
Yeah. I mean, good for them to cultivate such a strong following.
Yeah.
Like, people are snort that shit. But yeah, I mean, like Big Mouth kind of weirds me out sometimes. I like the guys that make it, Nick Kroll and everything.
I hate that show.
All the new animated show. I want to make enemies.
I like that. No, but I like that you brought that up because I didn't. I heard so many people talk about that show. I tried, I think, 2 episodes, and I was like, I feel like this is just shocking to be shocking. It wasn't really creative. It just kind of like, I didn't like it. Didn't like it.
The one I did recently that I loved was the BoJack Horseman.
That I've heard,
was
but
really, really good.
Still have not checked that out.
Just like,
no, yeah, same.
Yeah, it's.
I love. Oh no, I did watch it. Yeah.
Oh, you did watch BoJack? Yeah, BoJack was great because it was funny, but it was also like kind of deep and like really messed with your emotions at some points. And I really liked how they blended the comedy with like the more dramatic shit.
Yeah, it got dark. That shit got real dark. BoJack.
It does get really dark.
I mean, in a way you're not used to with like adult animation.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't slapstick dark. It was like real life dark.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth a watch.
And you mentioned Big Mouth. I also and I didn't hate it at all. I kind of loved F is for Family, but I just couldn't watch much of it. Like I just wasn't engrossed enough to just binge it.
I did one season of that.
I don't even think I got through one, but it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it, but it just didn't hold me, I feel.
Yeah. F is for Family is a weird one because I love Bill Burr. Like, Bill Burr is one of my like favorite like entertainment people. Like, I love his podcast. I listen to that regularly.
And I loved him on was it Better Call Saul or was it Breaking Bad? He had a few short scenes in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he was on Breaking Bad.
Yes.
I don't know about Better Call Saul. But they probably had him on, right?
But I'm like, oh my god, it's fucking Bill Burr. This is the best. This is the best. It's fucking Bill Burr. He's awesome. Yeah. Even his newest comedy special that I saw, it was great. It was great.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a major fan of his. But it's crazy because I don't watch F is for Family. I don't know. I can't get it. It's kind of 70s. I mean, it's definitely something made for people, I think, that grew up in that time, I guess, or
that nostalgia,
voice for the voiceless in that realm. But
it was something.
I haven't checked it out.
It definitely comes off as something that was like close to Bill's heart, but like not for everyone, you know?
Right. Yeah. Do you ever have that where it's like you like someone and you don't like one project they make? And it's like, but good for you, buddy. Like,
right? Yeah, you did your thing. Your blank check or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cliff, when I googled you doing show prep, something came up, and I don't know. Is this yours, Puttertown?
Yeah.
It is, okay.
Yeah, Puttertown.
It was a movie about a heist of a mini golf course, right?
Yeah. Wow. You guys did your research. Damn.
Oh,
I hate that you saw it. Yeah.
I was gonna say you were very hesitant about that. You were like, "Wait a second, did he just bring that up?"
I did not want that even talked about. What the fuck? Why did I come on the show? Oh.
Good. Okay. No, it's better off. But that's cool that you checked it. I'm glad it's available to be
found,
reached,
picked.
You're almost like, who has that posted? Give me the site now so I can get that shit taken down.
It sounded funny though. I just love the concept of I'm gonna hold up a mini golf course.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I worked at that came from because I worked at a mini golf course for years.
Really?
That was my first job.
Ooh.
And I was in film school, and I knew that I was pretty cool with the people that's the managers, and I was like, can I just shoot some shit here? And they're like, yeah, but it has to be at night. So I was like, ah, fuck. All right. Well, I guess it's got to be a heist or something.
Oh, that's all you can do.
That's where my brain went.
A heist or an orgy?
Do you got any good mini golf employee stories?
What was?
Oh my god, dude! I'm still workshopping a script with I'm actually supposed to talk to him tomorrow. A guy I worked with, who's an actor, Daniel Padullo. I worked there with him. That's how I met him, and we wrote a full script, a pilot, that we want to be produced like a major production, and because we just met so many crazy people. I mean, I don't know if you were to run a mini golf course, you wouldn't be hiring normal everyday people. Like they all, yeah. No. There's this one guy, Doobie, who, he called himself Doobie. He worked at ice cream. He was like in his mid-50s, really cool, chill guy, and did not smoke weed at all, but he'd like to go by Doobie.
Oh, wow. You threw me a curveball with that one. I was like, oh my God, this was like a stoner.
Yeah. Nope. Just a Croatian immigrant, strong Croatian accent. Can I do that? Is that offensive to do a Croatian accent?
No.
I don't think it is, right?
Not at all.
He talked like he called everybody chump. He said, chump, come here. And then he'd be like pointing out like, you should talk to that girl. He's always trying to get you to hit on girls. If he wasn't hitting on them already. Yeah, so we just have all these ideas. It was quite an experience working there. So we're working on a script for it.
He sounds like a character. I feel like he could have a spin-off at least too.
I could see
for sure.
I could definitely see like a Clerk style movie, but like at a mini golf.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we kind of, when we were talking about it, like it would have to be in that kind of realm of like low budget.
It's got to be black and white.
Hyper realism. It has to be black and white.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Fuck yeah.
It's essential.
Oh man, how much?
What was your guys' first job? I want to know I told you my first job. What were your first jobs?
First job, mine was Burger King.
Mine was McDonald's.
Wow, look at you with the 1-2 punch over here.
Yeah. So, fucking, and now we're together. It's like it's like a Republican and a Democrat over here, huh? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, their political views, it's crazy how different the political views of McDonald's Corporation is compared to Burger King, right? Like no, just kidding.
Yeah. That's the evil empire over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What was that like?
Really shitty and degrading.
Humiliating, absolutely.
But I don't know. I was always like a little loose cannon, and a couple times like somebody would fuck with me or something. Get a little bossy with me, and then they'd want you to make their food on break. So instead of cooking the actual burger, I just microwaved it. So it was still raw, and it was just soft. So this guy was like, make me a burger. So I made him this fucking burger, and he runs in the bathroom. And he runs out just spitting like, you did that to me, God's going to get you back. And God has not gotten me back yet, Cliff. God has not got me back yet. And all I know is that motherfucker ate a raw burger.
That's amazing.
That's the best case scenario right there. For someone, like if you fuck with somebody's food and their best retort is, God's going to get you. I'm not. I'm going to leave. But dude, God will take care of this.
Right? He could have punched me. He was a grown man and I was a little shit of a high school kid. He could have fucked me up or did something. I don't know. Could have spit on me, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have any cool stories like Rob because I wasn't cool. Still not as cool as Rob. But, I do remember just because I worked at my local McDonald's. So I remember riding my bike around town and people just yelling at me, you fucked up my order at McDonald's the other day.
They were throwing rocks at me.
They were just throwing rocks at me. Yeah, it's not good.
The best thing about it, though, Cliff, was all the cops in town, I would just hook up. Whatever they would order, or teachers. Any teacher, too, that came through the drive-thru or in the store. They ordered, I don't know, one meal, they got 10. I would fucking give them whatever.
You got away with that.
So you're a generous employee.
Yeah. I'm greasing the wheels. I want an A in wood shop. And I also don't want to go to jail when I get pulled over drunk. I know who to take care of.
I don't think I ever told this on this podcast. 7 years of never revealing this about myself. I was a McDonald's manager for about a month,
Whoa.
and I couldn't handle the stress, so I dropped down. Now I'm a manager
now,
for
what were
a
the
big
responsibilities?
corporation.
I would assume the first thing that happened, this is how it went down at mini golf when someone would be promoted to manager, is that immediately your relationship with all the people you're kind of chill with is like tainted a little bit, you know?
That, and
Is
you
that
get
what happens?
that, and the first thing they do is hand you keys, and then you're like, I got keys to the building, and it's, you know, but other than that, it didn't feel much different than being a regular employee. But McDonald's does that where they'll promote these like 15, 16-year-old kids who have no clue what the fuck they're doing, and it's never good.
And they're still paying you below minimum wage.
Yeah, I think it was like, I think I was making like $8 as a manager at McDonald's.
Woo-hoo.
Right? Wow.
Good money at 16.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, man. That's great.
How does one mess up a McDonald's order? I mean, I'm not judging. I don't know. I'm just wondering what's the process like where you would mess up an order? Like, is it because you just don't give a shit? And you're like, just send it out.
It's just a stressful day. I think you got a busy day, and sometimes people get big orders and you fucking miss something. You repeat everything, but it technically shouldn't be your fault that you repeated it and they still said you got it wrong.
I remember like people wanting like extra pickles, and I would throw like a fistful. I would be like, here's extra pickles, motherfucker. And they got like a pound of pickles on there. I did that shit.
You wanted pickles.
Just because I was an asshole.
Got pickles.
I still am an asshole. Yeah. No, you wanted 5 slices of cheese or not? You got it. I don't know.
Also could be the guy bagging it. Like it says 3 double cheeseburgers, he puts 2 in there, you know?
Oh, that fucking bagger. I don't trust any baggers.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard Dane Cook's whole thing on Burger King? That was like his first big bit. Right? Did you ever gone to Burger King? Like, I just remember he would just like aggressively say Burger King a bunch in the bit. That's about it.
I've never heard that.
If you ever heard that.
I one of his favorite of mine, though, was his time travel. He had a whole time travel bit where he was gonna like travel back in time, and at the time of his parents fucking and conceiving him, he was just gonna run in the room and smack his dad as hard as he could on the ass. Like that joke always made me laugh.
That was I would say that's when comedy peaked, right? Yeah. And then ever since it's been downhill. With the smacking his dad in the ass joke. That was seminal.
That's
in
it.
all our lives.
He crossed the line. That was like time space shit right there. That fucked up the whole reality.
The Mayans predicted it. It was on the calendar. No, but that's a cool. See, that's a classic first job though. Burger King, McDonald's. That's a first job right there. You know.
But not as cool as mini golf.
I don't know.
Mini golf
thing
is like
is awesome, though.
Next
man.
level.
You had like the highest of first jobs. Like I envy you for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, why didn't I have that?
It was pretty sweet. It's funny. It was funny how cool I thought it was when I started, and then how like once you get and it was a summer job. I would do once I got into college. I would do it as a summer job, and it really was only open for a certain amount of time because it was outdoors in Manhattan. It's like one of the only mini golf courses in Manhattan.
Yeah, there can't be much.
And it's crazy because there were rules, but it's not like a corporation. It's like it was, some guy owns a mini golf course, and it's like in New York City. So, we got away with a lot of shit.
Yeah,
it was fun.
I was wondering if it was it just a mini golf course, because you see a lot that are like, oh, it's a mini golf course plus an arcade plus it's a bar plus like all this,
or and was drugs out back.
Drugs out back.
If you know who to talk to, huh?
I mean, it was a very well run cocaine ring.
Okay, it was
well run.
Yeah,
nice.
No, we have burgers and hot dogs. You were talking about how you would. If you had a major order every now and then, you'd miss something.
Yeah.
The only things on the menu that I would serve were hot dogs and fries and frozen pizzas, and I would still find a way to fuck that up.
Frozen pizzas.
Damn
I'd be like, wow, did he say 6 hot dogs or 17?
It's somewhere around that ballpark.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cliff, we have to wrap this up, dude, but it's been a blast talking to you, man.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm really happy that you guys invited me on. I love what you guys are doing. I listened to your last episode. This podcast is mayhem, and I'm here for it.
Thank you, brother. We'll definitely love to do it again sometime. Where can everybody find you?
So you can find my my main social media pages are my TikTok and my Instagram page at Space Skits. That's space. And then SKITS. And there's some funny shit there. Check it out.
Nice. Thank you, brother. We'll talk soon, Cliff.
Thanks, guys.
No problem. Later.